Hello, hello, hello. It is time for the best game of all time. At least the game that I'm best at. Let's put it that way. Bloodborne. We'll see how far we get. I'm confident this challenge is probably going to take me 10 tries or less. Like, I'm good at Elden Ring. No, that's the wrong button. I'm good at Elden Ring, but I'm so much better at Bloodborne. Professional. Load. Boom. No. Yes. Thank you. Go. Alright. Deathless isn't your thing. Hey, hey, hey. This is only attempt 2. I said 10 or less. I said 10 or less. Friday stream, that's new. Yes, sir. I made a post on my community page, but I am off until next week, Wednesday or Thursday, one of the 2 days. And I put on times and dates for when I'll be streaming over the next few days off that I have. Today we're doing Bloodborne. We're gonna still finish Lies of P because I am actually having a really good time with that game. But... oh, that's not it. Well, that sucks. There it is. That's the opening I needed. Big ol' booty smack. But honestly, after the Lies of P streams, once Lies of P wraps up, it could take the whole rest of the streams or anything else. Honestly, I'm probably going to go back to the Deathless run. Whether it be for Bloodborne or Elden Ring, whichever one I do first. Or whichever one I feel like I'm better at. And we'll see. I think this one is really going to be pretty quick, because I don't expect to die to any boss in this game. I am very good at this game. Way better than Elden Ring. Oh, I should also mention with streams, I have to look on my little planner calendar that I've made to organize my life a little more. But I'm probably going to be streaming probably during the weekdays in the morning, like 9 to noon, something like that. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Highest quality with Bloodborne, away, yep, you right. My favorite line in Bloodborne that an enemy has is the, you are not wanted here. It's probably my favorite. At least from an enemy. My favorite actual lines is one we're not going to experience, because I have to go complete a very long quest to do it, and I don't want to do that. It is Alfred's lines when he's just absolutely pummeled, the... what's it called? Oh god, what's her name? Queen Annalise. I should know that. It shouldn't have taken me that long. Yeah, when he pummeled Queen Annalise into just a pile of moving guts and talks about her insides being on the outsides. That's my favorite line in the game. It's so well written. It's so cool. And I can't remember what form of media after Bloodborne came out literally used it word for word because it was so well written. And I think it was in like a movie or a TV show, and I'm like, no joke, word for word from that line. It was so cool. Like, I remember watching it with my girlfriend, and I got so mad at that show or movie or something. Like, I was audibly distraught because I'm like, they just took that from Bloodborne. The scammers. It's a shame this game never got a remaster. I think it will once PlayStation 6 comes out. I think it's going to be either a on-release game like Demon's Souls, or I think it's going to be a remaster on release. I don't think it's going to be... it's either going to be a remake or a remaster, and I think it's coming out with the PlayStation 6. What's going to really determine that, though, is how GTA 6... how many consoles GTA 6 sells. Because if everybody's still trying... if nobody wants to play GTA 6, which I just don't see happening, then the PlayStation 5's life cycle is going to be that much longer. So until they think enough people have PlayStation 5s, they're not going to really focus too hard on the PlayStation 6. And on top of that, is there anything, like, better that they could really do? Like, so many games don't really optimize their games to load really fast. Like, that was the big thing going from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, was load times are going to be drastically reduced. So instead of it being like 45 seconds to a minute, it's now like 30 seconds or 20 seconds. And I'm like, I never really noticed anyway. Like, I didn't see a difference in that, but I know some people did, depending on what game they were playing. And other small performance things like that I know are big for the PS5. But like, what else can you really improve on other than that? So instead of making it 20 seconds, now what? Are you gonna shoot for 15? Like, I don't know. Let me see. Where is it? This way. We want to go this way for more stones. Okay, cool. He's not running. Sick. He's running at me. That makes it a little more awkward to try to grab these. Any Souls game other than Dark Souls 2 needs a remaster. I would love a Dark Souls 2 remake, honestly. Then I would actually be intrigued to play the original again. Because I played the original once. I have the Scholar of the First Sin version of the game. And I think that came with all of the DLCs. I played all of them once. I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything. So if there was a remake or a remaster that was actually good, preferably a remake, I'd play it. For sure. It's like, I didn't have a PlayStation 3 with Demon Souls. Like, I did have a PlayStation 3 at one point, but basically played, like, the normie games of Call of Duty when I first had a console, and sports games like MLB The Show. And I didn't know games like Dark Souls existed. Yeah, we'll put these on. So, when Dark Souls 2 was on the PlayStation 4, I bought the digital version of the game. And then I eventually bought a used version for the PlayStation 3, I think. It's either PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4. I have it on my shelf back there. And I have that because, like, if the game is good, I'm gonna buy a physical copy of it. At some point. I think I've talked about that before. But Dark Souls 2, I was like, the game's good. I know I liked it, but I don't remember any of it. Nothing. I think the only fights I remember are Smelter Demon, and that's it. That's the only one. I don't remember anything else. So, like, I was actually happy they brought him back into Night Rain. Because it made me revisit kind of a challenging boss. You played the others multiple times? Dark Souls 2 is one and done? Yeah, I know a lot of people like that. And then there are a lot of people that really defend it because that was their first Souls game. Which is fair, because I do a very similar thing with Bloodborne. Bloodborne was my first Souls game. So, when people, like, crap on the bosses and things like that, I do actually get mad, because I'm like, no, these bosses are actually really good. Like, I will argue very hardly for all of them, with the exception of two bosses. Two bosses are pretty mid, or lackluster. Everybody else, phenomenal. And that's not an exaggeration. I think collectively Bloodborne has the best bosses. Not to say, like, Elden Ring doesn't have good bosses, or Dark Souls 1 doesn't have good bosses, but I think as a whole, if you compared bad to good, Bloodborne has the least bad. Oh, what am I doing? I gotta go back and level up my weapon. God, I was thinking back to my speedrun days when I would try to beat this as fast as I could. That's not what this is. This is Deathless. I don't have to beat it fast. You've even played Demon Souls once? Yeah, the Demon Souls remake is honestly one of my favorite From Software games. Like, ignoring the clunky gameplay, because the developers said, or Bluepoint said, they're not taking that out. The game will still have the same amount of frames for every... Oh, God. The game will have the same amount of frames for every attack. So they didn't change that. They just added more riposte frames. And, like, tried to make it a little less buggy, I believe was what they tried to do. In terms of, like, a performance side. Otherwise, it was all... I didn't even grab the saw spear. What's wrong with me? I got distracted talking about cool stuff. When you're looking at, like, Demon Souls remake, the visuals alone are outstanding. Like, Bluepoint being shut down is a travesty. They should not have been shut down, ever. That was just an entirely poorly managed company, organization, studio that should have been ran so much better. Because holy crap, how can you make a game like Demon Souls and then close your doors? You shouldn't. Unless leadership just really sucks. And to have them make a game that made me really say, like, Demon Souls, I think, is better than Dark Souls 1. Overall, as a whole. I think level design, some of the best. The only thing I would really change is the hub world would not be, like, something you teleport to, you'd find it. Like how you find the Hunter's Dream, or the Hunter's Workshop in Bloodborne. Like, you just come across it. You know what I mean? Or like Firelink Shrine. If they changed that, I think Demon Souls would probably be one of my favorites of all time. And it'd be permanently locked in the top 5. For me. Because I really love the lore of that game. I love the enemy variety. I love the level design. I love the difficulty of the game. I love the New Game Plus. It's the only new game, or New Game Plus, that actually has a challenge every single time you play. And it's not because of, like, oh, janky controls. Like, they actually make it harder, which is really cool. Like, going into New Game Plus, you have to have a complete build. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna throw some stats over here, throw some stats over there with a random weapon that's not fully upgraded. Like, you have to have a fully upgraded weapon or weapons. Gotta have some magic of some kind. Like, it's a very well thought out game. And I wish From Software did that with Elden Ring. I really do. That'd make me want to play Elden Ring more often. But yeah. You guess Elden Ring is the easiest among the Souls because you get graces everywhere in the world. There's no need to run all the way from start to boss just to die and repeat everything. I mean, that's all true. It's very good points. It's very good points. And that's something that I think should be in a Souls game, though, is having a run back. I think having a run back is important. And you get OP from the start. Yeah, that's true. But I would also argue you can do that from this game too. Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get overpowered as fuck. Right from the start. But I'm also just really good at this game. So, to me, OP looks a lot different to other people. And what I really like about Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 and like Dark Souls 1 as well and Demon Souls is the game is the right size. For me, I think Elden Ring is too big for itself. And that's not to say like there's too much content. I think there's too much space for the content they had. Like if they just made the world a little bit smaller, I think that would have been better. For me, I would play it more often. Just saw you die by the dog at the start. Hey, that wasn't a dog. It was a dog and 3 ladies and a troll. All hitting me at the same time because they like my voluptuous butt cheeks. Okay? It's not my fault I got an ass that jiggles for days. Alright. Now we can upgrade weapons. And we can go start messing with bosses. Wait, hang on. I didn't grab the saw spear. God dang it. Like, I think the size of Bloodborne is perfect. Like, there's absolutely... There's so little things that I would change with Bloodborne to really make it better or updated. But you know, if I was a game developer with From Software, you know one thing I would change or update? I'll show you. I'll show you. It's the simplest thing, and I don't know why it's not an Elden Ring. That right there. Why is that not an Elden Ring? I can't stand the fact that I run through a level, I fall off a cliff, I don't take any fall damage, but I just sit there for a second and get stunned. I'd rather take a little bit of fall damage and be able to roll so I don't die from the enemies around there. It drives me nuts. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can get the opening face shot. Got him! And Molly. Right in his face. Ow. It's okay, I can get that back. Ow. Miss me. Miss me. I love the transformation attacks, dude. It's so good. It's so good. Surprised I haven't gotten the other visceral yet. Not gonna lie. I'm a wee bit surprised. Just yeet it! Just yeet it in the opposite direction. That's what you want to see. Alright, not bad. But also not a hard boss. Alright, here we go. Papa Guac. Rude. Rude. Dude, are you okay? Dude, are you okay? You're a little crazier than normal. There we go. That's what I needed. Wow, that's not nearly as much damage as last time. Which is kind of a problem for me, just saying.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it seems to me it's enough to make a man sick.
I love that line. This dude's so cool. Ow! Holy crap. Oh, thought you were jumping. How did I miss the parry? What? How did I miss the parry, though? I gotta rewind that, because I saw the animation and the bullet fire. But did it just go, like, right through him? Like, I'm dead serious. Did it just go right through him? That was weird. That was weird. Will I ever beat Bloodborne without dying? Join me live on YouTube to find out.